to alert you first. This is KIMT Storm Team 3, weather coverage you can count on.
KIMT Storm Team 3 meteorologist Sara Knox is joining us now, and really it just seems kind of up in the air whether we're going to have a white Christmas or not, because I saw the sun peeking out just before the show, and I'm like, well, that's going to melt some of that snow.
Yeah, we're already seeing some of it melting, as a lot of us have made it just about a degree or two above the freezing point, but where there's some of us above it, there's others who are below it. Really just steady temperatures throughout the day, right around that 32-degree mark. It's such a pinnacle mark because that's where the freezing point is. If you get above it, then you start to see some of the snow melting away. You stay below it, and it sticks around a little longer. You can see that here on Highway 14 or near it, near Owatonna there. A little bit more snow can be seen, say, than on the bridge deck over I-35 near Mason City. A little less of the snowfall, of course. More fell a little further to the north. You know, there's a lot of different variables. Long story short, though, is temperatures will continue to flirt with this freezing point here as we go throughout the day, even into the evening. So you might be wondering, what about those road conditions? We have that mixed precipitation coming through earlier. Looking a lot better. Still seeing a few blues out there. Blue meaning partially covered, especially if you are heading a little further to the south, maybe just near the border, you might find a little bit more of those covered roadways, but things are clearing up quick. And really, when I came in earlier today, some of those roads were pink. So things looking so much better if you have any travel plans out on the roadways. And temperatures, again, are helping us in this point. We're at 32 degrees, so right at that freezing point in Charles City, showing over in Owatonna. I know the data's not coming through, but close to it, 28 degrees there in Albert Lea, really along 35. Most of us are right there near 30 degrees. Mason City slightly below the freezing point. Meanwhile, Rochester, a little above it by just a degree. So as we continue to watch that, I mentioned steady temperatures. Again, we'll see them fluctuate a degree or two. Those of us who are getting a little more sunshine might see it go up just a tad as we head through the afternoon. Otherwise, even as that sun sets, temps just staying right there near 32 degrees. Luckily, not a lot more precipitation in sight, though, at least not for our neck of the woods. But if you do have plans to travel across the Mississippi, heading eastward into Wisconsin, that's where you're going to need to watch out for some of those messier road conditions. In those areas, that's where we're seeing a winter weather advisory. Now, a little further to the west, we do have some clouds beginning to build back in, so the little sunshine that we're getting to see now won't last forever, but it's nice to see it. And then as we move eastward, that's where we start to see some of this pink, the greens. That's that mix of precipitation more on the wet side, changing over to more of that snowfall, the icy conditions. I mentioned that winter weather advisory. It goes until 3 p.m., so still have a few more hours left. Otherwise, it will just continue to move on out. Sky Tracker 3 showing by 3 p.m. A lot of that continues to head even further to the east, and the clouds build back in as we come into tonight. Something I didn't show there is the wind directions. They're going to start coming back in from the south, which is going to make a huge difference when it comes to our temperatures coming over the next 10 days. Look at this. We just leap above average into the 40s by the time we get into the weekend. And with that does come a chance for some rainfall. So a lot of the snow that we're seeing right now, Nick, it's not going to last too much longer. Just between that melting we mentioned, the chance for that rain coming our way is going to help melt some more of it. So I don't know how much longer we're going to get to keep it, but I know the season's just beginning.
As long as we have at least a centimeter on the ground on Christmas. After that, I don't care where it goes.
We should have at least the centimeter. We should,
Okay.
at least in some spots.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. I'm going to measure